So there is another piece of fairy tale content that is coming out, and surprisingly it's going to be very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Also as well, I've got to thank Yonka Productions for providing this information as well on his website. And apparently during the lewd Christmas omake that we've had, which is also as well going to be the next OVA after the Natsu vs. Mavis OVA, which has come out today in Japan, the OAD for Volume 59 is going to be having a after story to that lewd Christmas thing, and that could be a very interesting thing considering what exactly that Christmas thing entailed. So it's just to say through a few things on that. It involved a lot of characters getting drunk. There was Erza returning to Jellal naked. There was some weird shit, alright, in that chapter. And generally, an after story for it, like a drawing for it, either it's going to be very comical, or the fact that it might be a little sketch where it's like, we might have a little pairing cute thing. Cause if anything, the one characters that we haven't had anything for a very long time with on a pairing thing, and I think a lot of people want to have that right now, since everyone is having some Natsu Lucy, they're having their Grey and Juvia, they're having Gajil and Letty, they're having everything right now. And I think the one characters that were kind of omitted really and needed to have something in there was definitely, for this arc so far in the manga, has been a little bit of Erza and Jellal. And especially that fairy tale Christmas thing that we had was kind of hilarious, and it did have a little romantic thing with both Erza and Jellal kind of like at the end. And I think that might be a little bit of a conclusion to that. You do also as well, I like to say there could be the slight like possibility for this that it could be something incredibly dumb, I just like to point out, but it should be coming out soon since like the volume pretty much coming out, and alongside with the OVA that's being out alongside there. So we've got some interesting news, and definitely if it's something very interesting, I do want to talk about it. I definitely want to like have something out there, and if anything, I feel like the two characters that it's going to focus on is at least Erza and alongside Jellal. But I think this is going to be like one picture. It's not going to be anything too massive. I don't think it's going to be like, here's a massive special, but if anything, it's going to be like 4 pages, maybe 1 page, or just like a little sketch from what it was. So I like to see that there's going to be like an after story, because that's the way how it was being described. But I don't know if it's going to be as long as the original Omake, but if anything, that's a good, like, you know, persuasive, like, incentive to actually have and own that version as well. Whether or not that's going to be included in the other volumes as well is very uncertain at the moment from this post, but I am curious to see if this is going to be included in the original versions of like volume 59, or is it just included in the special editions. I do always appreciate that from Hiro Mashima, even though they're like most of the time nothing stories or just little dumb goofy things. I do at least enjoy that, the fact that with these series and all that, and especially these stories, it's always just more material. It's just, that's all it is, and if anything, that's a good thing if you think about OVA that's coming out. So does this mean that this material is going to be in the OVA perhaps? Maybe the studio already knew about this, or they're going to be adding it in. I don't know. I don't really trust the studio after the last OVA. We've had some very shady shit from them, considering that like the last OVA that we had was in fucking terrible animation. I want to see what you guys think in the comments section down below though. What do you think of this? Do you think I'm kind of right that this is going for a little bit of the Jellal and Erza thing, little after story, or do you think everyone's going to get a little bit of love and enjoyment there at Christmas time? I think it's perfect since Christmas is now coming up, and maybe Hiro wants to do something a little special for Christmas. Maybe he wants a little kiss under the mistletoe, you know, how about you just give that for Erza and Jellal, huh? Or maybe, you know, you want to finally, you know, have that with Natsu and Lucy. I'd definitely appreciate that. Hey, Grey and Juvia, fucking everyone. Get Mira Jane and Laxus in there. I don't get everybody in there. I want everyone to have a pair. Get everyone on there some shit. Hey, even if Happy can get a little bit, fuck it. That's a little, add a little bit extra sweeter to that bit there. Happy needs a little bit of enjoyment in Christmas time as well. That's all for the fairy tale news I really had to say about this one, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But that's all from me, so I'll see you guys though next time.